We're going to start this segment looking at the sleep cycles so we can see the sequence here. Note the red REM periods. See these running across the slide? What's happening to the REM periods as the night progresses? They're getting longer, right? The longer you sleep, the more REM sleep you get. Note that your stages 3 and 4 sleep happens pretty early at night, most in the first 4.5 hours. And note that you are most likely to wake up naturally by yourself with an alarm or something right after REM sleep. Note that if an alarm wakes you up in the morning, it is more likely that it will be right after REM or during REM than earlier in the night, of course, because the periods of REM become longer. All right, so why do we sleep? In other words, what are the functions of sleep? There are three major functions, and the first is for protection. The protective function is an evolutionary function for species like humans who have the ability to hide. Most harm occurs at nighttime. Most of it occurred at nighttime to our hunting and gathering ancestors. That's how we inherited this from them, evolutionarily speaking. And even today, more troublemaking happens at nighttime, right? You can get into more trouble, more harm at nighttime. So this protective function of sleep increases our survival. And it does so by giving us the instinct to hide away at night, and sleep makes that hideout easier and quieter. The second function is a biological one. Sleep is restorative. It helps to restore our natural functions and it promotes healing. It helps to restore the body tissue and neural functioning. Brains consolidate memories and organize information, especially during slow wave and REM sleep. And then finally, we have a third function, but this is actually more important for children, the growth function. The pituitary gland releases growth hormone in children during sleep. And this is much more reduced in adults. So children and adults differ in the amount of sleep that they need. The idea that we all need 8 hours sleep is not true. How much sleep do you think a newborn infant needs? Newborns usually need to sleep 2/3 of the day. That's about 16 hours. Teenagers usually need to sleep 8 to 9 hours. Adults can really vary in what they need, but most do fine with 6 to 8 hours. How much do you need? You can best answer that question because it's really obvious when you are well rested. You show improved mood, more efficiency, more accuracy. Now, what can go wrong with sleep? Let's explore in this next segment a few of the most common sleep disorders.